Well, conservative college students facing verbal attacks from their liberal peers now has some of them living in fear because of their political views. Joining us right now from one of those colleges, conservative vice president of the St. Olaf College Republicans. We've got Catherine Hinderrocker joining us today from Charleston, South Carolina. Catherine, good morning to you.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. We want to hear what's going on in your school because we read that apparently a number of conservative students have been violently threatened. Tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So after the election, things definitely got a lot worse on campus. For days after, there were big protests held where students would gather in huge crowds and yell threats, essentially, to Republicans and talk about their hatred for voters of Donald Trump. And it became a very hostile campus. And Republicans were kind of marked with a scarlet letter, sort of, and people don't want to even be near them, acknowledge them, and that was worse after the election, but it's continued on.
Apparently 2 days after the election, you went into one of the student common areas and you heard, if you voted for Trump, you better be effing scared, and everybody clapped and applauded. Have things continued to be at that level, or have they gotten better since the election?
No, they've definitely gotten better since the election. We've moved on from, they held a vigil for the death of America. Now, it's a lot better than that, but there's still some of that notion that conservatives have brought on this terrible thing and that we've really harmed our country in some way, and it's not a good environment for conservatives to be speaking up in.
Well, I can imagine. Catherine, I've read that some college students at your school are considering transferring to other schools that are less politically progressive. But at the same time, I understand a number of apparently conservative students have come up to you because you were in the College Republicans and said, hey, you know what? I'm kind of on your side.
Yep. I've had an insane amount of people whisper to me at parties or other events, hey, I've seen you around campus and I agree with you, good job. But that just shows how hard it is for students to speak up right now. I mean, they have to literally whisper to me, I'm a conservative. It's not a good thing to be saying out loud.
Unfortunately, many in the inclusive left are just not very inclusive, are they?
Yeah, no, I mean, they talk about diversity in all forms, which I think is wonderful, but what they forget about is political ideology and diversity of thought.
Because it's either their way or the highway. All right, Catherine, we thank you very much for joining us. By the way, she's on spring break down in Charleston. Have a nice week. Have a safe week, and good luck in school.
Thank you, I will.
All right.